Hello there YouTube, thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker and a very good Sunday to you. Now, I wasn't going to do a vlog this week purely because I did my room change vlog kind of, was it yesterday, day before yesterday? Yesterday, was it? I don't know. I'm losing days. Anyway, I wasn't going to do one, but then I thought, well, I have had some new products in, so I will do a vlog this week and then crack on with the reviews ASAP. So what we had, let's have a look. What are we gonna do this week? Should we have a look at new stuff or what I've been vaping on? Let's have a look at new stuff first, shall we? So the first thing is the Phyer Mini. I'm loving having my review stuff here, by the way, which is this Phyer Mini from Thunderhead Creations, which is this little puppy right here. And it's actually quite pretty. It's kind of, I think they do a much larger one, but this is the mini version, funnily enough, and that just means that everything is just a little bit smaller. The form factor is actually kind of nice. It works better for smaller hands, I think, as much as it will be even more kind of ergonomic and more touchy-feely and all that sort of stuff. With my big old paws, this top bit feels great like that, but then kind of you're for thumb firing it a bit strange. But if it's the other way around and sort of similar sort of thing, but that's only because it's a small mod and I'm a gorilla, so that's the main thing with that. But as a mod, I've been rocking it since Monday or Tuesday, I think it was, and I don't think it's that bad at all. It seems to be holding its own quite nicely. On top of that is, even though I'm not doing tanks, I've got to mention 3 tanks today, one of which I've mentioned before. But this is the Thunderhead Creations. What's it called? Fog Rider. And the Fog Rider is basically it's very similar to a Moonshot in as much as the sort of how the deck is laid out, but the deck is structured and it's solid. It doesn't spin or it doesn't do anything else, so it's easier to build on than the Moonshot. Air wise, it is a very restricted lung hit still. What do you want? Clearly Dizzy wants attention. But yeah, go on, sit yourself down, girl. It's not actually a terrible setup. It's the tank isn't terrible. I mean, is it exciting? No, it's not. It's a tank. I just don't get excited about tanks. But does it do what it says on the tin? Kinda, yeah. Flavour isn't too bad of it at all. The build is fairly easy. I would say that if you compare it to the 22mm Moonshot, let's have a little look. I've got one here. Yeah, it is more restricted. Oh my word, Dizzy, what are you doing? Excuse me, I'll be right with you. Out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. No, you don't want to come here then. You do want to come here. This is great viewing, I imagine. Right, look at that, look. That's Dizzy. Bless her cotton socks. And she is being a royal pain at the moment. She has to wear the cone of shame at the moment for a whole bunch of things because she's got allergies. Bless her cotton socks. So yeah, so she has to wear the cone of shame to stop her scratching herself. Anyway, right, let's see if we can carry on with the dog getting her own way, shall we? Move further away from the microphone now, Dizzy. So as this is, yeah, this is it's a decent little tank. I don't know any of the details. I will cover all of that in the review. I may cover the tank in the same review as the Phyer. I'm assuming it's called a Phyer. Why would you call a mod Phyer. But yeah, it's I think if this mod didn't have the logo on the sides of it, I think it would be a lot sort of sexier, to be honest with you. But as it is, it's a nice looking mod. I like the kind of the dark matte finish on the red. I think that's pretty cool. And it does feel quite nice in the hand. Single 18650. And it works pretty well. So that came in on Tuesday. That's in the rotation. What else have we got? Hello. What else have we got? What else have we got? We have got something came in. What was it? Oh, yes. Here we go. From Grey Haze, we got the Metropolis tank. Whew. Look at that bugger. Now, they gave me the gold and black one and the stainless and black, and so the stainless one I'll show in the review, but that'll go in the raffle pile. But it's kind of a sub tank. They do their own coils. This one is a Clapton in here, I think, at the moment. But they do their own coils, which are ceramic, and I guess the Claptons. They sent me a box of the ceramic ones, or it will take the Kanga sub tank coils. Yes, it will. Won't it? Yes. Yes. Oh, hello. Yes. Yes, it will. Now, air-wise and everything else, it's not too shabby. So, you know, it kind of works. It's supposed to be Art Deco-y, and I think the this golden one is kind of more Art Deco than the stainless one, or it's more kind of aware of that. But it's an interesting little thing. It's, if you like the idea of a sub tank with a bell cap, then this could be the one for you. Obviously, if you put some funky coloured juices in there, it'd look quite sweet. But I personally like clear juices wherever possible. So that's that, and it's not a bad little tank. So thank you very much to Grey Haze for that. That will probably get a review. I said that may or may not get a review when they asked if they could send it to me. But I may do something for it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? Now if I put you down, are you going to be a pain in the ass? Are you? She hates the camera normally. Right, come on then. Let's pop you down there. Woofa! Go on, cone's got to go back on. There we go. Good girl. Knocks into everything with that cone. So, apologies if the sound wasn't too clever when I was further. Oh, and she's scratching the cone there. That's super. Apologies if the sound wasn't great when I was a little bit further away, but that was dizzy. No. So those are the two new things that have come in. Okay, enjoying those, getting used to those. Now, I did the Troll review earlier in the week, and I mentioned the black one with the paint. I am continuing to use it to see what happens. I've not damaged any more of the inside. Well, I don't know, actually. I might have done. I haven't really damaged any more of the inside as yet. So we will see what happens with that. So I apologise if you watched that and thought I was a crap reviewer, because you see, look, Dean, if you're going to leave your microphone, or if you're going to leave your phone on, don't leave it under the microphone. That's really bad. So I did the review, and after the debacle with the white paint on one of their earlier trolls, I honestly was fully under the impression that they'd stopped doing paint on the inside of RDAs, but after finding out that this they hadn't in the review, I did say that I was going to road test the shit out of this to make sure that it is going to put up with what it needs to put up with, which I am doing, and I will keep reporting back on that. I mentioned in the review that the drip tip was all sort of scuffed up already, and I have no idea how that happens. Just in case you hadn't seen the review, you can kind of see at the sort of 12 o'clock level there that there's chips and things out of it. And I'm not entirely sure how that happens. So we're going to have to see what goes on with that, to be honest with you. But I don't like the standard drip tip one bit. So I may have to bin that off in order to just put one of my drip tips in there, or put the Chuff style cap in, just to really give it a good go. It means I'm not going to be able to test the tip as much, but if it comes off the inside, then that's the important bit that we need to be aware of. So yes, but no, this standard tip is. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying that. Right, so there's that. So coming up this week, other than dubious dad hair again, and this light down that come from up there that goes straight down, it does make all my blonde hairs look super gay, doesn't it? Grey. I really apologise. I didn't mean to say gay. Grey. And bit of Grecian 2000. What do you reckon? I don't know. So yeah, that's it. That's and the beard. The beard is definitely going grey. But what can you do about that? Getting old, eh? Distinguished silver fox look. That's what I'm going for. So coming up this week is going to be the Trick Tank from VGod. Now, this one is we've talked about it before, in as much as it's a tank, isn't it? But it's not dissimilar to the Cleto, possibly a tad louder. But one thing I did notice, and I just did it this morning because I wanted to put another coil in here, was that if I tightened it, I stuck another coil in, and when I tightened it up, look, that says low resistance. It's shorting. But if I loosen it a little bit, low resistance, loosen it a bit more. Oh, and then we're firing. So I've got to, it's the first time I've had that with this. I have put another coil in there since I've had it. But yeah, it's somehow, I think, the pin is kind of providing a short somehow. So I don't really understand what's going on there. So that's going to have more tests before I do the review, obviously. It's a bit flooded as well. I did leave it for a couple of days and it flooded. But it clouds. It's a warm vape. That's at 66.6 watts. And that is a very warm vape. But it is a bit spitty and a bit flooded in there. So, and this is with the VGod juice as well. This is with this stuff here. So yeah, more coils needed. The next thing coming up is the Anzu from UD. And now this has bottom airflow going up, and the I don't know if I showed you. I think I probably showed you before, but I'll do it just for shits and giggles or new people to the channel. The air slots, rather than being kind of horizontal, are vertical, if that makes sense, which is kind of okay. But if you drip down the middle there's not really that much space for you to put your juice down. So yeah, that's interesting. The other thing is they've got the bottom airflow holes, but if you move those bottom airflow holes, so at the moment they're all open. Now say I only want one, so I want one air hole open like so. You'll see that you can't use the side, because the side airflow is now pointing directly at my cotton, which is a bit weird. But I suppose if you are going to be using that, then that's still pretty airy. If you're going to be using that, you wouldn't be using the side airflow anyway. Now, the side airflow on this bad boy, it's kind of designed to go in, down, and then try and come up under your coil, rather than a direct side hit onto your coil. To be honest, it just makes things a bit louder and a little bit less tasty, because you're adding more air. If you up the wattage even more than you would. But let's have a blast at 77.7. It clouds. Flavour is okay on it. It's got one of those very silly kind of rifled interiors of the drip tip. I don't really get why they do that still. It doesn't really do anything. But yeah, there we go. So that is going to be coming up over the next couple of days. So those two faux show. Now then, the Cupti. We'll remember that in the last vlog when I was looking at the Cupti, I had the kind of the low ohm, the cloudy coil in there. I hit it and it went whoosh, and it all kind of spat a load of juice everywhere. So I put the mouth to lung tank coil in it and I vaped it for a couple of days and that was all fine and dandy, and I left it for a day, went back to it, and let's see if we can hear this. So even the mouth to lung coil has flooded, which is fun. So I am going to, they've sent me some more coils which should be arriving tomorrow, so I will be giving that a go. And once again, I'm not entirely sure if I told you last time about the delay in firing, but that's just a hoot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can't really hear that, can you? It's a bit quiet. Let me turn that up. Let me turn this up 40 watts. Why is it being really, really quiet? Is it because it's flooded? Yeah, it's flooded. I can't even suck it. Ah! Blah. Yes, not cool, not cool, not cool, Kanga. Not appreciating that at all. Oh. And that's it, I think. Is that it? I think that's it. I'm still knackered after this room change, you know. I hope you enjoyed that video, by the way. It seems like it's gone down really well. It's kind of like a vlogger vlog, isn't it? So I'm quite pleased that it did go down well, to be honest with you. Something else that I have got, which I think is very, very cool, and I'm going to give you the details for it as well. I'm going to put the link in the description. But Natele sent me through a couple of t-shirts. Asked if I'd like a couple of t-shirts. Basically, Natele is a graphic designer, I think, possibly in the daytime. He did tell me, but I can't remember what he said. And he designs in his spare time, just for shits and giggles, not as a business. He designs some t-shirts which have some pretty cool designs. So I'll put the link down below and go and check out. It's one of these spreadshirt.co.uk jobs, and I will put the link underneath so you can go and have a look. But I was supposed to wear one of these t-shirts. I wanted to wear one of these t-shirts today, but I've been wearing them during the week, so I couldn't. But to show you a couple of designs, that one's quite sweet. Yeah, look. Coil driven clouds. I like that. It makes me happy. And this one I thought, oh, can I wear this? Because it's a bit similar to one of my t-shirts at vapingbiker.co.uk. But it's actually quite cool. Look at that. Look. Vaping saves lives. Dun, dun, dun. It's got a skull, so I was sold on a skull. But I really like them, and he's got a really cool bunch of designs on there. So go and check those out. And that's Natele. I will put the details in the description, as I've said. So go and check those out, because there are some pretty sweet designs on there. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? I've had a surprising amount of people since my room change video. A surprising amount of people have said, no, we like the long videos, which shocked me, because the analytics tell me completely different, but there's a lot of people that do like them, apparently. So I imagine that a lot of the vlogs are going to continue to be the way that they've always been, to be honest with you. It's just going to take an absolute age to upload them to the tubes, but I'm sure we can get by that with that one. Today it's 12:34. I've had a bit of a challenging morning, but I wanted to get this video out this morning, and then I can have it processed this afternoon, or upload this afternoon, hopefully. So yeah, I think generally for around 20 minutes, or for the 12 minutes for the for the room change video, it took just under 3 hours to upload. And so for this one, so far we're knocking on 20 minutes. So I imagine this is going to take quite a while. This is 27 gig so far, apparently. That's a fair old size. So yeah, so I'm not kind of consciously, well, no, I am. I don't want to, it's a trade-off really. Do I want to have sort of better quality videos, just longer of me yammering on? Or do I want shorter videos of better quality, or not as good quality with me yammering on, and better quality with me having a slightly shorter video? It's a bit of a trade-off, that. It really is. That coffee's cold, by the way. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to feel that out and see how we go. But hopefully you guys aren't going to sort of really feel any different of an experience, if you like, rather than, I don't know, you probably may not fall asleep to me as much. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see. So what have I been watching? Let's tell you about that, shall we? Let's tell you about that. Own boy Josh. I've been watching a bit of Casey Neistat recently, as well as he's another vlogger. I mentioned about watching Grace Helbig a while ago, and it was a bit of a guilty pleasure. And there's a lot of you out there that watch her, which am I just really late to the game of watching vloggers on YouTube? I think I might be. If you know any other sort of good ones, I quite like Casey. He's been doing it for a gazillion years. And Grace just makes me laugh. So if you know of any other really good non-vape vloggers, leave a comment down below. I'm always interested to check these out. That airflow's... What's going on here? That's closed. Yeah, it's a bit bling, isn't it? What else have we seen? Inky Vapor. He had his custom chameleon caps for Limitless on there. Fat Daddy Vapes Noisy Cricket upgrade kit. He did that as well. Richard Eng did his Limitless RDTA 24mm. What else have we seen? What else have we watched? Whoa! Vaping Vic did the RX200S. That's Vaping V1CK. Grim obviously had a vlog. Oh wow, Colin Furze. If you haven't seen Colin Furze, basically he's a mental English inventor chap that just builds ridiculous things like jet-powered mobility scooters and various other bits and bobs. He's decided that he's going to make kind of like an Iceman palm-mounted liquid shooting thing, and then ice. And he's using liquid nitrogen, and the way he's made it, I think his hand, he's not done the final video of it in use yet, but I think his hand may freeze and fall off. But he's crazy. He really is nuts. He's worth seeing though. The Troll V2 from Ruby, that happened. Todd's. This is something else that's coming up. Thanks for the reminder. What we've got is the Maelstrom RDA from Lost Vape, which is their... I still haven't put this in its box. Which is their RDA to go on top of the Helve and any other dripping atomizer that you want, or sorry, bottom fed atomizer that you want. The juice in there is nasty, and I haven't been using it on here, so I've just stuck it on there to make it look pretty. So yeah, so that review will probably be coming out this week as well, because I have had the original one for quite some time. I've had the pre-production, and then I got the pre-production, and now it's that one. I think that's what's happened. So yeah, but if you're interested in the meantime, they are cheap as chips. I think they're about 20 quid, something like that, and it's the Maelstrom from Lost Vape. So go and check out Mark Todd's review on that. It's not a bad little RDA at all, actually. Vape Geek sent me that bad boy. Otherwise, what else have we got? Have we watched anything else of any kind of... I haven't. I've kind of been binge watching the vloggers, to be honest with you, which is a shame, isn't it? I really need to get back to watching my vaping stuff. Now, to be honest with you, this week has just been so busy, as you can imagine. I've still got a lot of sorting out this room to do, and so hopefully I can pull things together fairly rapidly. But yeah, it's just a lot of fucking work. It really is. I hate moving house, and this room change sounds like it should be an absolute doddle, but I've just got so much stuff that and it's not all vape stuff, I'm not showing off there, but just stuff in general, and everything from all my building kit for when I build mods, to the camera stuff, to the lighting, to the just boxes of stuff. I found that I've got about a gazillion motorbike helmets as well, which is fun. What I might do, I did record myself kind of going and looking at the bikes last week, and because we sold their wife's bike last week, and I was going to show you kind of in my garage, which is kind of my man cave, my second man cave, but it's still all in boxes, so you can't see anything, and it's just a mess. So I was going to tag it onto this video because it kind of shows the bikes, or a couple of the bikes, and it also shows not really a great deal else. So I figured it probably didn't have that much value for you guys, to be honest with you. It's weird how this is shorting when you press it down. That 510 must be wobbly. I'm going to check into that. That's hitting the microphone. Apologies for headphone users. I think that's it, guys and girls. I think that's it. What else? Oh, juice wise, Grey Haze. Grey Haze sent me this Just Jam, which is pretty reasonable, actually. Pretty reasonable. It's quite jammy. A little bit of a throat hit on it, but which I'm not a huge fan of. But this is one that I've had up here that I've only just opened. The other one I'm kind of about halfway down, so I've been powering on through that. Grumpy Juice, sorry, sent me some more Grumpy Custard, which is fantastic because I was out of that, and I do like that stuff. And yeah, but I haven't got anything else new, guys. I really haven't. Still been rocking the No Name, No Pity RDA, which is my flashiest RDA. And I have been rocking that on the walnut box from Matter M Vapes, and I've still been loving this a lot. I'm rocking it at really, I mean, this is a 0.7 coil in here, and it's rocking out at about 35 watts. Such a quiet RDA. It really is, but flavour on it is spectacular. The cloud cap for that should be coming in, or I should be getting that tomorrow, so then I can get a review together for that. I still haven't got round to reviewing this little thing. That's something else that I need to pull my finger out with. I'm going to leave that on my desk so I remember that. But otherwise, that's it, guys and girls. That is it. What else? No, I think I've told you about Spotify. For those of you that asked in the room video, yes, big fan of Steve Vai. You could hear kind of a couple of little bits playing in the background. Been a big fan for a gazillion years. I think I kind of first got onto the Vai train about 89, 1990, something like that. And that was around the Flexible album stage, just before Passion and Warfare, was it? Or just after, one of the two. But yes, always been a massive fan. Seen him a couple of times live. The guy's a genius and possibly a devil, because he's just too damn good. Maybe the Crossroads film that he was in with Ralph Macchio was a bit close to the bone. Who knows? But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That really is it this time. I've said it 3 times, but that really is this time. So I'm off. This file is now 40 gigs worth, which is fun. Coming up to about half an hour. So that's got to be done for time being. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Dean the Vaping Biker, and I'm off to go and see my old man as it's Father's Day. So hopefully this video will upload while I'm out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next review. Go out and have it large. Oh yes. Later.
I'm fading, it's come to an end. I feel an obligation to